You out there listening here on ESPN 1170 AM or on your app, ESPN 1170 AM app or ESPN1170AM.com or on Facebook Live. My in studio co host is Sophia Foster. She's an 11-year-old who knows very little about sports like I do.
I know
You know what?
a lot.
You know a lot.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that you're in studio with me today. We are going to cover a little bit of sports, but before we have to do that, I do talk about you and I talk about your brother Ben on the show quite a bit. So I'm glad that you're the co-host today with me, and we get to talk things. But while we're out there, we have to get the hasslers. They have to know you, the hassle maniacs, if you will. Are you a hassle maniac?
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
Like, okay.
Why isn't that just a complete
Yeah,
yes?
Yeah, I am.
But why wouldn't you just right away be like yes?
Yeah,
Why?
I am.
What's a hassle maniac to you?
I.
Someone who listens to the show every day?
Sure.
Do you listen to the show every day?
No. I'm at school.
You're not in. You haven't been in school in like 3 weeks. What do you do between 12 and 2 that you can't listen to the show every day?
I'm with my friends.
Oh, get out of here.
What?
How many friends do you think you have?
Like, more than you.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of here. All right.
Mm.
So she's 11 years old. She's going from 5th to 6th grade coming up. She plays sports. She does. What do you play?
Softball and volleyball.
That's it? I mean, we know the story. Like, we've told the story before, like when we were driving, and you told me,
Oh,
you're like,
yeah,
you
of
don't
course.
know what it's like to be good in 2 sports.
Uh-huh.
You said that to
You
me.
don't.
And in turn, I was upset at the time because I think you were only 10. Maybe you were 11. It doesn't
I was
matter.
11.
Don't interrupt me.
No. Okay. Keep going.
So maybe you were 11. It was after your birthday.
I was.
And in turn, I said, and I don't know why I got into this match with you. And I said, you think you're so good in 2 sports? And you're like, uh-huh. And I have no idea. This is so dumb because of how old I am. And I was like, do you want to compare like letters, the varsity letters? And then in turn, you're like, fine, how many do you have? So your goal is to beat
Yeah.
me
Mhm.
in varsity letters.
Easy.
Easy.
Mhm.
You played 2 sports.
Yeah.
You better start picking up another sport. Is what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Again, we also need to talk about other things like being humble and not being like this way that you are.
I'm not humble.
You need to be humble.
Why?
Like you, what?
Why?
Just cause it's a good quality to have. You can't be this way, like where you're just like, oh, I'm gonna beat you in varsity letters, or I'm great, or whatever else. I mean, you could get cut. You could get knocked down to junior varsity before you know it.
Not me.
Well, it could happen. But you're
Yeah.
going into 6th grade. You got a lot of time to work on it. Anyway, Sophia, you're born and raised in the Quad Cities. You play volleyball and softball. You're decent in both of them. Oh,
decent.
that word. Do you think you're better than decent?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your best thing that you do in softball?
I think that, like, I have good energy. Or,
Yeah.
Like, I talk a lot.
Yeah?
I do. I yell.
You're a leader on the field. There's no doubt about that. Do you have any negatives to your game?
I don't know.
Wait, I told you one.
Sometimes.
I told you one.
Do I-
You know. You know what it is. There's just one. You only have one flaw right now that I see that stands out. You don't bend at the knees when a ground ball
Okay,
comes.
that's
You
not
just
that
bend
big
over.
of a deal. I still get them. It's
It
not
is
like
a
they-
big deal. It is
but
a huge deal.
You just said yesterday it wasn't that big of a deal because I still get them.
But I want you to correct it.
Okay.
We'll correct it then.
Okay.
All right, that's all. Volleyball wise, I'm not.
You don't know anything.
I don't know anything, but I feel confident that.
Mm.
I feel confident that if I was handed over a varsity program, high school, I would turn him into a state champion within 3 years. That's how
No.
much I feel like I
No.
could coach volleyball.
No. You used to give me spots, like where to serve the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did.
And-
Well, you didn't hit the spots.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Most of the time I did.
No. And listen, and I guess if we've done anything in the last 6 minutes, the humble thing, I guess I'm not learning my own lesson if I'm not
You're
humble.
not humble. You're not.
I don't know why you're interrupting me. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to prove a point that, yes, maybe I should be more humble when I'm talking about things like, that I probably maybe could not take the high school team to the state title within 3 years. That I need to be humble if I'm trying to teach you a lesson as a father. Sure. Anyway, so let's get going and talk about just sports in general. So what do you follow in sports? Before we take our first break, because we're going to talk about Becky Gammon, because I want to hear your input on it. We're going to talk about the Cubs combined no-hitter. We're going to talk about the coach from Oklahoma, because I actually want to hear, like, as a young female athlete, what you feel like compared to what's going on now within the NCAA in gender. And when I say that, like, sometimes people feel like there's inequality. Like, male sports have more acknowledgement than female sports or whatever else. So I do want to talk about what you're looking at things and how in your eyes, because from the mouth of babes is a good thing. It's Emperor's New Clothes. I've told you this over and over again. I told you the story of the Emperor's New Clothes, but we will talk about it. So what do you, as far as sports goes, let's say like that you're not participating in, what do you look forward to? What do you follow?
Like TV, like
yeah, it would be on TV. Yeah.
Well, I just watched the Women's College World Series.
Yeah.
Softball.
Yeah.
But that's like it.
That was it.
Volleyball sometimes.
Yeah, when it's on or whatever else. But you have so many more things than we had as when I was your age. Like, you have so much more like things to see, to do on your screens or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you had your first fair weather experience in the College World Series. Mm-hmm. Do you know what fair weather means?
No.
That's a fan. Okay. I'll sum it up for you, and you will be like, I completely get it. Fair weather is like you're a fan of only the team that's winning. So a bunch of boys, let's say you're in 2 years ago in third grade.
Sure.
A bunch of boys in your grade, they like the Golden State Warriors.
Sure. And then they lose, and then whoop, another team.
That's fair weather. That's what fair weather means.
Isn't that like bandwagon?
Bandwagon, fair weather. Yep, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Just said that.
Okay. Sorry, I used a different terminology or whatever else, but yeah, it's bandwagon, fair weather, whatever else. So, yeah, and I don't think you're on. So you did have your first time of that though, because when we were walking in, we were going out to eat at, we were going into Buffalo Wild Wings, not a sponsor of the show, but we'll do a shout out to him. And I said, hey, did you know that James Madison beat Oklahoma? And you said, I'm cheering for Oklahoma. I'm not cheering for him anymore. And
I didn't say that.
You did say that. And I said, but it's double elimination. They can come back. And you're like, oh, now I'm going to cheer for him again. I was like, you're such a fair weather fan because you thought they lost. But it's a double elimination. They end up winning the national title. You're absolutely right. Yeah. And we will talk about that. Huh?
I'm happy.
Yeah. I'm just saying that was your thing. But you can't sit there and say that's your only thing that you follow. You follow other sports, right?
No.
Yeah.
What?
What's your favorite college team?
Oklahoma.
It is not Oklahoma, and I'm going to correct you.
About? Softball? Oh, Hawkeyes.
Thank you. You're raised better than that.
I thought you were talking about like softball.
Gotcha. No, yeah. I mean, it's okay. Yeah, the University of Iowa will get there. So, they'll get there more. As far as getting the Women's College World Series, whatever else. But overall, your favorite
Hawkeyes.
Okay. Do you have a favorite professional football team?
No.
No.
Boring.
Favorite baseball team?
Minnesota.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not a Cubs guy? Girl?
No.
No, you're twins? Okay. Is it because of me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll take it. Basketball?
No.
You don't like basketball, do you?
No.
I think you'd be good at basketball, though. I think you'd be good.
Mm-mm. The only thing I like basketball is One Tree Hill. Like, there's nothing else that I like from it.
That's something else.
It is.
Something else I've put on you, yeah, is my love for teenage angst drama, and that I will say, that, yeah, it's a good thing that we, yeah, as much as COVID could have been, people could think COVID's bad. You were reluctant to watch One Tree Hill.
Oh yeah, I did not want to watch it.
And then, We watched 189 episodes.
Oops.
It's actually, I think 188 because there's one that we still haven't. That's the.
I don't know. I think you're dreaming it. I don't think that happened.
You don't think what?
That they were on a boat.
No, it really happened. 100% I know it happened.
Well,
So
find out what episode it is.
all right. Anyway, so you're going into middle school. Are you going to play other sports? Try out for other sports besides softball and volleyball?
Huh?
Are you going to try other sports?
What other sports are there?
Basketball,
No.
track and field. You're doing track and field.
I'll do track and field.
Yeah.
So that's it.
And you did do wrestling for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And how'd that go?
I hated it. Everyone,
You
kept
did
saying I
not
was
hate
good.
it.
You said I was good.
You were
Was
good.
that definitely not true?
What?
It was not true. I was like, what did I do? I was in one tournament
Yeah.
by state,
Uh-huh.
got third,
Okay.
got like killed by one girl,
You didn't get killed.
choked. Pretty close.
Whatever.
10 more seconds and I would have been gone.
Toughen up.
Mm.
Either or. It's fine. You don't have to. Yeah.
I'm not doing wrestling.
I didn't want you to do wrestling.
Yeah, in second grade.
I did not. Yeah.
And then you wanted me to. And then when I said I quit, and you were like, no, I don't want my tournament.
I didn't want you to. Because I didn't think it was like a sport, but now I've learned from people like Tatum and Sydney. And then my buddy
follow it.
Dave Morgan. Yeah, you
I have
follow
a
it.
shirt.
You have a shirt. Good.
Thanks.
So you'll go to Carver Hawkeye Arena and watch wrestling
Sure.
with me? All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to going and seeing like a live football game at the Carver? I mean, at Kinnick? Would you like to see an Iowa game?
Yeah. I don't think I'd understand most of it. It's kind of confused when they like stop the game to do something dumb.
Television, usually.
Oh.
What is one sporting event that you want to see? Like if you're like, you make a list.
The college women's World Series.
You want to go down to Oklahoma City? All right, we can do that. I'm with you. I would say like, and I've talked about it on the show. Omaha was so great, and it is so great. And it's going on right now. The Men's College World Series. Omaha's awesome. What they've done, moving from Rosenblatt to the stadium they have now, and they've made such a great atmosphere of it. But it's even now that Oklahoma City is so, the Women's College World Series is growing so fast that it's almost like, I'm with you. We need to go like next year. Because you want to say, I was there before. Like, I was at Omaha before it blew up to what it was. I was at Rosenblatt. I was there in a stadium that was a dump in the middle of our neighborhood. It's like putting a...
You told me about that.
Yeah, it's like putting a diamond in the middle of where your school is. You know, there's a bunch of houses around.
Yeah.
But then there was a zoo on the right field fence, Henry Doyle Zoo, which is world famous. It's a great zoo. You know, you've been to the zoo. You've been to the zoo.
Where? What?
In Omaha.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that was a zoo that actually has the indoor orangutans, whatever else, and there was a Sophia and Ben. You were very young.
I don't.
Yeah, but there was a Sophia and Ben at there. Anyway, that's Henry Doyle
Bad
Zoo.
name.
Henry Doyle Zoo. Did you say bad names?
Yeah, Ben's not good.
Ben's a great name.
No,
Yes, it is. I hope he's not listening. He's not.
it's not.
It's a great name.
Is he supposed to be at Parks?
Yes, in 5 minutes he's supposed to be going to Parks
How do you see the time?
because I can see it right there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
But I can say I was at Omaha at Rosenblatt before and saw how great it was and how awesome it was. But I'm also so happy about where it's going. And I do want to see where Oklahoma City is. And it's something we will talk about because I sent you a link about the coach from Oklahoma talking about the conditions that happened at the Women's College World Series. And we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't sound prepared for this.
I'm not.
What?
Because I didn't finish the video.
It's an article. You can read it.
Oh.
You asked me to send you something yesterday, and I did it.
I only read like 1.5.
What? You only read 1.5?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so we are going to take our first break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the sports that happened yesterday, and we're going to talk about the combined no-hitter from the Cubs. This is Don't Hassles Loca, and you don't want to,
No, not me.
for some reason.
Not me.
What do you mean?
You said you
don't want to read for some reason, like you're supposed to. You're going to. Anyway, before we go to break, Front Street Brewery, the oldest brew pub in the state of Iowa, is nestled beautifully along the banks of the mighty Mississippi. It has served the fine community of Davenport since 1992. So it's such things as their Davenport Gold, their Wise Guy, their Raging River, and the Juicy Lucy Sour, which is like a pineapple sour. It's fantastic out there. But you can go out there and look at more. Go check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials. Also visit their webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com. And don't forget, they also have their tap room, which is located in the Freight House Complex at 208 East River Drive. Just went down there the other day, and let me tell you something. If you like fish and chips, dude, I'm telling you. And the menu, Soph.
No.
You may not like it, but just hear me out.
Sure.
I like it when the menu describes a generous, and it says a generous portion of fish, and I'm like, we'll figure it out. And it really was a generous portion of fish and chips, and I liked it in vinegar sauce. You don't have to like it, Soph. I'm just saying, it was great, and their chefs are great. We've been on, obviously, we've had Fridays down there. We've had them on the show. Front House is just Front Street Brewery is just one of the best places that we have in the Quad Cities. And get down there. Saturday they'll have the farmers market down there. They'll be open, and then next week will be an opening again of the Quad City River Bands will be there. Go get a beer before the River Bands game, then walk to Modern One Park. It'll be great. We will see you real soon here at Don't Hassle So Local, ESPN 1170.
This is Josh Sides, head coach, St. Ambrose University Esports. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
You say you're in the market for a truck or sedan. Maybe your family needs a minivan. Perhaps you just want a little coupe. Well, you can find them all at Weber Auto Group.
Attention business owners. If your biggest question is, how can I find more customers? Then Town Square can help. Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free competitive analysis that will show you how the most successful businesses grow and how you can do it too. These strategies are simple, and we can show you how to apply them to your business. Be one of the first businesses to sign up, and you'll receive $500 in free advertising on this radio station. Visit mylocalcustomers.com. That's mylocalcustomers.com.
3 Doors Down, the Better Life 20th Anniversary Tour. Friday, September 10th, the Rust Belt, 3 Doors Down, with special guest 2021 American Idol winner Chase Beckham. For the first time ever, The Better Life played in its entirety, plus all the hits. Tickets on sale now at therustbeltqc.com. 3 Doors Down with Chase Beckham, The Better Life 20th Anniversary Tour.
All right, we have goat yoga lattes coming up in the yoga room. Hey, Regan, can you go
At Finley's Fitness, personal trainers shouldn't have to personally do everything.
Engage that core. That class started 2 minutes ago. I am late. Hey, Dylan, can you...
Indeed can help them hire the people they need.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Sadness and misery, I don't feel either of these. I'm in a good mood.
Okay.
Hey, man, what's wrong?
Well, it just didn't sound very bluesy.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
Oh, hey, Buzz.
Okay, well, let's try it again.
Smile on my face.
Nope, that's still happy.
Have a change of heart with Honey Nut Cheerios. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
What girl doesn't dream of getting dressed up in diamonds on her wedding day? With the Something Borrowed program at Dolan Jewelers, dreams do come true. With the purchase of your engagement ring and diamond from Dolan Jewelers, you can borrow up to $25,000 worth of our jewelry to wear on your wedding day absolutely free. Shop our huge selection of popular engagement rings, as well as his and her wedding bands. Financing is always available, so come visit Dolan Jewelers at 3865 Elmore in Davenport or dolanjewelers.com.
So, you say you're in the market for a truck or sedan. Maybe your family needs a minivan. Perhaps you just want a little coupe. Well, you can find them all at Weber Auto Group.
I'm Steve Weisman with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Tom Brady doesn't have a lot left to prove after winning a record 7 Super Bowls. So what motivates the soon-to-be 44-year-old to keep playing? Here's what he told the Late Late Show host James Corden.
It's hard to walk away from something that, you still feel like you can do and you want to do. So It's not about proving it to others, right? What you could do, it's more about proving it to yourself. And I still feel like even though I'll be 44 this year, I still have a chance to still, prove it to myself that I can still do it at 44.
Elsewhere, the Steelers reworked their offensive line Thursday. First, they released 6-time Pro Bowl guard David DeCastro, who's been battling an ankle injury. Then, to replace him, Pittsburgh agreed to a 1-year deal with 5-time Pro Bowler Trey Turner. And get ready for some throwbacks. The NFL will now allow teams to use 2 different helmets beginning in 2022. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Napa know-how. Some things just go better together, like a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil and a platinum filter for $26.48. It's like bacon and eggs, hot dogs and mustard, or Joni and Chachi. Ask your dad about it. That's Napa full synthetic and a platinum filter for $26.48. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General States pricing. Sales prices not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 6/30/21.
Lowe's wants you to bring the whole family back together this July 4th. We have new lower prices on select bagged mulch starting at $2.88 a bag. And add some sizzle with $50 off select Weber Genesis gas grills. Make this holiday one worth remembering. The summer savings continue this July 4th, so stop by Lowe's in-store or online. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, selection and product availability vary by location. Valid 6/24 through 7/7. U.S. only. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Your sports leader is new and different every day. Download the ESPN 1170 app today and never miss a thing.
Friday, June 25th, 2021. We're here in the Hassle Castle. You're listening to Don't Hassle So Local, your only local sports talk radio show. And we're trying our best to talk about sports here because I got an 11-year-old with me. She's a girl, and girls don't know anything.
Oh,
Sophie,
nice.
have I told you my favorite joke? Why do girls wear perfume and makeup? Because they're ugly and they stink. Anyway, she's my favorite 11-year-old. She's in here, and you've been on the radio before, and I know Ben has. So you're one of 3 out of the family members that have been on the radio on this show before. So your Papa Foster Papa Ron has been on the show, but I haven't had the opportunity to have your uncles on or anybody else. So
That's weird.
It's not weird. It's just a matter of it's timing. That's all it is.
Never had them on.
I know. I've asked.
And they just said no.
Well, they're busy. They have things to do. I mean, in the middle of the day. I mean, you're 11-year-old. You're not busy in the middle of the day during the summertime.
I am busy actually. I had to cancel 15 plans.
Did you? You're
really
so
hard.
lying right now.
I am not lying at all. I had to cancel a lot of plans to be here. I had plans with people. With my dog.
You are lying to the listeners right now in
not.
the worst way because you look
not.
forward to this so bad. You're like, Dad, send me links. I need to read this stuff. You are lying to people.
I need to be prepared.
Huh?
Because I need to be prepared.
You are lying to people right now. You look forward to this.
Oh yeah, but I need to cancel plans to look forward to this.
You didn't. You're 11. You don't have plans.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Don't lie.
Anyway, big deal happened yesterday. Cubs had a combined no-hitter. Do you know what a no-hitter is?
No one hits off of them.
I don't like the way you just looked at me like that's the dumbest question ever, Dad.
Well,
it's exactly.
It's in the word. No hitter. No hit off of them.
No, it was a combined no-hitter though.
Yeah.
Which is
2 people.
No, 4.
4 people.
Zach Davies, Ryan Tepera, Andrew Chafin, and Craig Kimbrell, which is really, really cool that it's combined. They allowed 8 walks during the game. So it's 1, 2. It's the 5th most walks allowed during a no-hitter, meaning they did not have a perfect game.
Oh. So why is this such a big deal?
Do you know what a perfect game is?
No hits, no walks.
No errors.
Perfect.
No one.
Yeah. It's perfect. If it's no errors, no one gets on base, no hits. Which a hit is when they get on base too. That way.
Again, I don't like the way you're looking at me or responding to me like it's perfect. It's in the word. I understand it's in the word.
I'm looking at you normally.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Anyway, yeah. So it is the most 8 walks that they allowed in the game, but it was a big deal. And now we have tied a record for the most no hitters in a season since 1901. Is it?
Sure.
It is cool.
Yeah.
In 2015, there were 7 no-hitters. In 2012, there were 7 no-hitters. In 1991, there were 7 no-hitters. In 1990, there were 7 no-hitters. 1969, there were 6 no-hitters. In 1917, there were 6 no-hitters. In 1908, 6 no-hitters. But we're before the All-Star break. That's a big deal. Meaning we're gonna break a record this year. And that's what baseball's kind of doing right now. They're worrying about what the pitchers are doing with the ball. Now, don't say cool. I'm going to tell you something. And again, from the mouth of babes, emperor's new clothes. So what they're saying is what they're worried about is that pitchers are doctoring the ball. They're putting some type of stickum on the ball, and they're taking it away from there. Do you think that's fair that the pitchers are doing that?
No.
You don't think so?
Yeah, because it's not real. If they're doing it wrong, then it's not like they're throwing the real pitch. What do you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm with you.
It's not normal.
It's not, and they are manufacturing something that wouldn't be a normal.
Are they really doing it?
Yeah, they put in some stickum on it. Yes.
How does it come out the catcher's
But here's
foot?
the deal, but the batters are also cheating at the same time.
Oh, how?
Are they stealing signs? Does your dad steal signs?
Yeah. Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Do you dig in and I say, look fast?
It's not cheating.
It's not cheating by stealing signs?
No. It's the game. Because, listen.
Okay,
I'm talking.
I'll listen, yeah.
So, if you want signs, you have to know that people are going to steal them. That's why you have to have good signs. So then it's hard to pick up on them.
And the other thing is...
It's not cheating. I don't understand how it would be cheating.
It is cheating, and on the other hand, if I'm on the bump, if I'm pitching and I have something over here, and I know people are listening on the radio, but I just have something on the bill of my cap, and I just rub right there, and then I pitch. That's still the same thing as picking up signs. It's just you need to catch me doing it, right?
What does this mean?
Let's just say I have something on there, it doesn't matter, the tack or whatever else. I'm just doing, or I rub.
If you have a piece of dirt there.
Yeah, or anything, that I put on my hand to throw the ball to increase my spin rate.
Wait, are we just saying there's something that you need to wipe off it, or it's cheating?
No, there's something there that is increasing their spin rate, on the bill of their cap. It might be on their belt, might be in their glove, in between their web, whatever else. But you're doing it, and they need to catch you. Isn't it the same thing where you're it's okay with the batters if they're picking up signs, though? You're on second base, and you look at the batter, and you look and you wave anytime when you know it's going to be a changeup. That's cheating, right? Because you're giving the batter an advantage. Yes, it is. So.
Oh, if I'm getting the batter an advantage.
Yeah, you're looking at the batter, and you see the signs. You see the catcher give the sign. You're I know that's a change, and you're change. You wave your hands.
Then that's not sportsman. Then you're not helping your team.
You are helping your team
by telling
the batter,
yeah, it's going to be a change.
No. You're not playing second base. You are on second base as a runner.
Oh yeah.
And you look down at the catcher, and you see that they give the change sign. All right, and you look and you go, "Hey, change." The smart thing to do is look fast, adjust, change.
How is that cheating? That's just picking up signs.
It's the same thing, because you're doing something that's really not. The idea is that a batter and a pitcher are just going against each other, okay? A pitcher is going to throw balls or strikes. The batter's going to try to hit it. That is the idea of what it's supposed to be.
Is there a rule in baseball and softball they can't pick off signs?
No.
Then how is it cheating?
It's an unwritten rule. You do it, but you're not supposed to do it. And that's the problem. And I get everything you're saying.
If you don't want people to do it, then don't do signs.
You are 100% correct. And that's why this conversation is great, because you are 100% correct. That's why I'm saying it's okay if a pitcher has some type of gunk. Yes, it is. So
it's not okay.
Sophia, it is okay if they've allowed it for years to happen over and over since baseball. Yes.
If
and
it's
now
not
they're
in
doing
the rules,
they're
if it's-
doing it in the middle of the season. And what am I going to tell you? I'm going to tell you the exact same thing my mother told me. You don't change rules in the middle of a game, and you don't change rules in the middle of a season. And baseball's turned around and said, like, we're going to decide now, we're going to check you for your hat, your belt, your glove, anything we need to if we think if you're using some type of thing to manufacture the ball.
Sure.
Yeah.
What are you trying to get?
I'm trying to tell you, you say it's not fair for the pitcher to do it. You don't think they should, like...
No, they should not be doing that because it's not real pitching.
But as a hitter, would you like it if someone's on second base and they're like, hey, change, saw the sign?
They're helping me.
Then it's the same thing. It's still cheating.
It's different.
It is not different at all, Sophia. At all.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is not.
They're both rules that aren't really rules, apparently. Unwritten rules that people do. And one rule is to help pitching, and the other rule is picking up signs to help your batter.
What you're saying makes sense, and we are paddling in the same boat, but what I'm saying to you is, like, I don't think there should be rules against the pitchers but not being allowed to do things if we know and we've knowingly allowed hitters to just get away with cheating by picking up signs.
Okay. Like,
What?
You don't think it's fair to to pick up signs?
No, it's part of the game.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
That's what I just said. We are paddling in the same boat. You are picking up what I'm laying down. You are smelling what I'm stepping in. What I'm saying is that I don't think they should be policing the pitchers if they're not going to do anything for the batters. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
And you say, but when you say, like, no, the pitcher shouldn't be able to do that, I'm arguing with you like, nah, they should be able to do whatever they want to get an advantage.
But people, like, picking off signs is something to help you, but it's something that takes more effort than getting some stuff to help you throw a ball.
That actually makes a lot of sense. You're right.
Like, you have to have, like, knowledge to be like, okay, one's a changeup. Four's a fastball.
You're really smart. Yeah, that's actually very true. You're right.
Thank you.
It does take more effort to pick off signs than it does to just doctor a ball. You're right. That's actually a really good point. But just because it takes more effort to cheat doesn't mean it one validates over the other.
I don't think it's fair. I think it's more fair to pick up signs than it is to use stuff to throw a strike.
Okay, now let me ask you. If you were a pitcher, would you like the opportunity to be able to doctor a ball so you could do it? Okay.
But would I do it? Yeah.
Yeah, of course you would. Yeah, of course you would. No, I think that's a really good point. It really does take more effort and more knowledge to pick off signs and do whatever else than anything. And it's, or just the laziness and repetitiveness of the other team to figure it out. Like, you were playing in a scrimmage last night.
Yeah.
And you were on third, runner was on first, and I said, it's a pitch out.
Because belly 5.
Yep, there you go. Clear as can be, it's a pitch out. Like, what's going to happen? You have not seen anything like this before. So the runner was stealing second because you had first and third, and you went because you saw the catcher go. They threw it to the shortstop, who's going to be now the cutoff because she's running towards the bag, and then she's going to gun you down at home. You were safe. Because good for you. Yeah. Because you're quick.
No.
What?
No. I knocked the ball out of her hand.
You think you knocked the ball out of the catcher's glove?
Yeah. I think just let me have it.
Yeah. You want to brag about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. But like I said, and we were driving home, and I'm like, these are things like you can pick up. Because I'm like, it's a pitch out, and I thought you should have stayed, not home, stayed at third. But when someone says, like, stay home, it's like, plot everything down.
I wish someone told me.
Well, I'm just saying, like, those are little things. And when you hear things like out of my mouth or your coaches, look fast, adjust, change, that is a coach saying, we've already picked off the signs. We know a changeup is coming, and we're just going to let you know. look fast, adjust, change.
See?
There are little things to do, yeah.
Yeah. You pick off signs.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't think there's a game that I've ever been to that I don't have even if I don't, let's say, a horse in a race, meaning you're not playing, Ben's not playing, whatever else, but let's just say we go to the ballpark, whatever else, I don't think there's a time I'm not looking at signs. Either who's calling, if they're calling pitches, because you know what, sometimes the coach will be in the dugout and he'll give certain signs to the catcher and the catcher will do it.
Yeah.
Or even the third base coach. I don't think there's a time I'm not trying to figure it out. Only I think more because I'm trying to learn as a coach, like, how are they doing something different that if I can figure it out, then it's not, I don't think it's very smart. If I can't, then I'm like, what are they doing that I could incorporate into future times with you or any other time coaching whatsoever, you know?
Sure.
So, but anyway, going back to it though, you're okay with picking off signs, but you're not okay with pitchers manufacturing the ball. Unless you were a pitcher, then it's okay.
No.
I don't know how much sense that makes.
Well, like, it makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
So, picking off signs, it's not like you play the team 50 times a year. You pick signs off of one team.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pick signs off another team. You have to remember this stuff.
Sure.
And then you put stuff in your hand to make you throw a strike. What are you doing? Just putting stuff in your hand and throwing a strike? Like, it's different. Because other things you have to have knowledge for. This, it's like you're lazy. You can't learn how to throw a strike.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to cheat.
Okay.
You're going to cheat a strike.
All right. Well, this no-hitter last night, the combined no-hitter for the Cubs, came in among the time when MLB is cracking down on pitching and people doing whatever else. So I will give you some stats that you refuse to read over the air, but I'll ask you like what you think about these things. So here's about this, and thank you to your Uncle Chip for sending this to me. Here's some information about the Cubs combined no-hitter, which was over the Dodgers, which is a big deal, by the way. Like the Indians, the Mariners, and the Rangers. Going into this, there were 6 no-hitters, right? There was another one, but all right, before I get into this, there was another one because of like COVID and things like that. There's a lot of double headers that happen, and there are only 7-inning games in Major League Baseball. And Madison Bumgarner threw a no-hitter for the Diamondbacks, and they don't consider it a no-hitter because he didn't throw 9 innings. What do you think about that?
Why? Why aren't they considering it no-hitter?
Because it was like a double header, and they made it 7-inning games.
Uh-huh.
What do you think?
I mean, it's not really a full game.
But Major League Baseball enforced 7-inning games for double headers.
Then it should count.
Thank you.
Because if they enforce it,
Mm-hmm.
if it's supposed to happen like
Mm-hmm.
that, then it should be a no-hitter.
You're so smart.
Yeah. But then if it's like something like, oh, we're playing 2 games, so we're going to cut it off only
Mhm.
7 innings, then I wouldn't say
Mhm.
that it should be. But because they say that it should,
Then it's a no-hitter,
yeah,
right?
then it's a no-hitter because
They forced it. They forced the 7
Yeah.
innings. Yeah, you threw a no-hitter. I'm with you. All right, so Thursday's combined no-hitter. So now we tied a record, whatever else. So the Cubs have 16 single-pitcher no-hitters because I told you combined. There's 4 pitchers in there in franchise history. The Cubs' 17 no-hitters overall are tied for 4th most among teams. They are only behind the Dodgers, who have 23, the White Sox, who have 20, and the Red Sox, who have 18.
and they have 16.
Yeah, I would not guess that. I can't. I think the last no hitter was Jake Arrieta, but before that, I couldn't even tell you. And I live for no hitters. I love no hitters.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, all right. Prior to Thursday night's combined no hitter, the last no hitter, like I just said, was thrown by an opponent at Dodger Stadium, was also by the Cubs when Jake Arrieta did it in 2015. It was August 30th, 2015. The Cubs became the first opposing team to throw 2 no-hitters at Dodger Stadium. It opened in 1962 and is the second oldest National League park. Do you know what the oldest National League park is?
No.
Do you want to take a guess?
No.
Just no? Like you don't want to play along? Do you know where the Cubs play?
No.
It's called Wrigley Field.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah. That's the oldest park in the National League.
Oh.
The Cubs walked 8 batters. And like I said earlier, it's tied for the 4th highest number of free passes issued in a no-hitter. The record is 11, which came in a combined no-hitter by the White Sox against the A's on July 28th, 1976. Why is that important?
Because it's a long time ago.
Don't say that.
What do you mean?
I was 6 months old. Don't say a long time ago at that point. Yeah, I know. Yeah. 6 months and 2 days old.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I was supposed to know that?
You don't know when I was born?
Well, I know when you were born, but like I was supposed to do the math and everything.
No.
Yeah, my dad was 6
You say
months
if I
and 2
say
days.
1976, you're like, oh, that's the year you're born. Period. That's all you have to do. Like, why is it important? That's the year you're born.
Okay.
Thursday's no-hitter was the third between the two teams at Dodger Stadiums. Like I said,
is that Ben's birthday?
yeah, his birthday's 28th. Yeah. The other two areas no that I already talked about in 2015. Sandy Koufax had a perfect game against the Cubs on September 9th, 1965. The Dodgers are the first reigning World Series champion to be no-hit since the 2013 Giants were no-hit by the Reds' Homer Bailey on July 2nd. Others in the last 50 years were the 2012 Cardinals, the 1990 Athletics, and the 1974 Athletics and 73 Athletics. This is the 6th time a road team has thrown a no-hitter this season, extending the record for the most in a single season, which is kind of crazy. So if I'm talking about cheating and hitting, usually home teams, they find a way to manufacture things so that the home, because you have a lot of staff they can kind of help with your picking off signs.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 6 on the road, so 6 out of 7 now. It's a record now. So this was the 7th no-hitter of the season. I already said that, tying the modern-day era record. It was done in I already told you, 2015, 12, 91, 90. The overall record is 8 in 1884, but it's worth noting that season was before the mound was even moved to its current distance, what happened in 1893. The Dodgers had MVP winners Mookie Betts, Cody Bellinger, Albert Pujols in the lineup and still got no hit. This is the first time the team has been no hit with 3 or more MVP winners in its starting lineup. The MVP award started in 1931, and not many teams have had 3 MVPs in their lineup after that since then. 3 former MVP batters, and they got no hit. Why you laugh?
That's kind of funny.
It's still pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
A no-hitter's cool.
I guess it's cool, but
Yeah.
it's kind of funny. Like,
Do
imagine
you-
being like, oh, yeah, I got no hit, and I was
Okay, before I go to break here. So, one of your teammates is throwing a no-hitter.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Like, what do you mean? Like, after the game?
No, during the game.
During the game.
Mm-hmm. It's
Probably
4th inning.
scream a lot.
It's 4th inning.
Yell a lot.
It's the 4th inning. You come into the dugout
Mm-hmm.
and you look at your pitcher. Let's say it's Anna, and you go, Anna,
Mm-hmm.
do you know you're throwing a no-hitter?
Mm-hmm.
Do you say that?
Sure.
No, you do not.
Oh.
You want to know about unwritten rules in baseball, softball? You don't talk about a no-hitter when it's happening. You don't jinx it.
Why?
Because you're jinxing it.
Okay, so I don't say anything?
No.
No good job?
You can say good job.
Should
You
just,
can say
like,
keep
not
it
say
up.
anything?
You just do not say.
That's jinxing it.
You do.
Keep it up. Oop.
Wouldn't you do that anyway? Even if you're winning 3-1? Yeah. But if you look at the box score in your head and you're like, I don't think the other team has a hit, you do not go into that dugout and say, you know what, Anna?
I said good job either way.
Of course you do. But you don't speak about a no-hitter while a no-hitter is going on. Do you understand me? Ever.
Ever?
Ever.
Like, not even like
After you can.
after.
When you get that ground ball and it comes to you and you're playing second base and you make the throw to Grace at first, then you go, that's a no-no. You did it.
Oh, you know last night?
Yeah?
When I got the 3?
Uh-huh.
Before I told Grace, I was like, they better all come to me. I said, they're coming to me. They have to come to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got 1 ground ball, to my right side.
Sure.
And then a line drive.
Yep.
And then a lousy ground ball.
And you got
All three. And then Grace lost her mind a little bit. It was pretty cool. Because I called it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you know what else
It's never
happened?
gonna happen again.
Do you know what else happened?
What?
2 outs, last inning, and I said, "Don't take the earbuds out."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Your way, Soph," because I saw the way the batter was.
Hey, I did not hear you.
And it was a pop fly, can of corn.
It was not easy.
It was a can of corn.
It was behind me.
It was not behind you.
Yes, it was. Because I got yelled at for not doing a drop step. Drop step.
So your coach said you should have done a drop step?
Yeah.
It was a can of corn.
No, it wasn't.
Anyway, what happened? Just tell the listeners what happened.
I didn't catch it.
It popped right out of your glove.
It was in my glove. It bounced out 2 times. And, bloop, and then I got really mad. And I kind of hit the girl. With the ball. It was tag. It was a tag. I mean, it wasn't like a hit.
And then you kick dirt at her
was
later. Yeah,
pretty cool.
Anyway, but it happens, and those are the times when you need to be humbled. Anyway, and that was a good humbling experience. 2 hands, catch the ball, you'll be fine.
I tried.
Yeah, no, you tried.
I'm not as tall as some of the girls on
That
the team.
doesn't being tall
short.
has no difference about catching a fly ball. The height means nothing. Get your feet underneath it. Get in there. 2 hands, you're fine, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, we got to take a break here. Don't hassle us, we're local. We will be right back here on ESPN 1170 AM. What is that noise?
I have no clue.
Anyway,
Maybe it's the
hey,
ghost.
Quad City, stop going to your favorite social media sites asking for suggestions where to get your oil change, who does the best tattoo work, or the best places for lunch in the Quad Cities, and can we please stop the pickle gate at any time, Quad Cities. Pick up your Locals Love Us guide that's all over the Quad Cities. The guide's easy to navigate, and they have a great table of contents that help you find whatever you're looking for. Or go to the website at localsloveus.com, click on Quad Cities, and then browse your favorites. So easy to use that even Sophie can figure it out, and they rank the most popular places for you. That's Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
This is Randall, the QC hot dog guy. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
At Bowles Builders, demand is through the roof. To keep up, his business needs a stronger foundation.
Cut the saw, all right? Just one sec. Bowles Builders, this is Bow. This weekend? Yeah, we can do it.
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Of course we can help you find the right oil for your next change. We've got what your car's engine needs. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil and an STP extended life oil filter for just $33.99. And you can get it all fast your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery. Getting your job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
With fair season right around the corner, shop Tyson's today and save. Be the best in show and save on select Weaver livestock products, including 15% off livestock brushes, sprays, and shampoos. Pick up a bag of Neutrina Show Edge and save 10%. Western pull-on boots from Cat, Ariat, Irish Setter, Roper, and Durango now 10% off. Save 20% on Justin Western hats. Save $4 and complete your fair outfit with an Eli Walker Cattleman Western shirt. Shop these savings in-store and online. Tyson's, home, farm, auto.
PointsBet understands that in sports, it pays to be fast. Download the PointsBet app now and use code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. When you bet with PointsBet, you get better odds and bigger payouts, all in a fast and reliable sportsbook. With the top promotions and offers in the U.S., earn rewards with every bet placed. Free bets, odds boosters, and risk-free bets are updated daily and ready to maximize your payouts. Bet your way with unique features found only on PointsBet, like parlay boosts, single game parlays, name a bet, and so much more. So download the app now and sign up with code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Plus, with PointsBet, you get fast deposits and fast withdrawals that are always safe and secure. Sign up for PointsBet and start winning today. Time is money, and it pays to be fast. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF. Download the PointsBet app now and use code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. PointsBet understands that in sports, it pays to be fast.
Hear every game of Chicago White Sox baseball on ESPN 1170 AM.
Back toward the wall. It's gone.
Len Casper and Darren Jackson are on the call. Chicago White Sox baseball on ESPN 1170 is presented by Wheelan Presley Funeral Home and Crematory, Circle Tap, Crawford Company, and Vegas Gaming Cafe. Check ESPN1170am.com for the full White Sox schedule.
Unfiltered. Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Zubin Mehenti.
Does Aaron Rodgers get moved before the season starts?
The two teams in the AFC for me would be the Raiders, and I know they got Carr, but you send Carr back to Green Bay. I know John Gruden he's probably sitting there just trying to figure out how to get that done because he's never satisfied with the quarterback spot. And
Never.
Think about it. He tried to get Brett Favre when Brett was 60. So, I mean,
but if you think about it, though, as far as location goes for Aaron Rodgers,
he was Vegas.
Vegas would be, Vegas would be optimal. Obviously, Bay Area, where he's from, like that would have really been.
That's why he was
better
really
for
pushing.
him. Yeah.
He was really pushing for that San Francisco opportunity because they had a winning team. And the Raiders, maybe he is a guy who can kick them over the top. But those are the two teams in the AFC that make sense.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
The Max Kellerman Show. Did Floyd carry him? He didn't press for the knockout, but let me say something about Logan Paul and his brother Jake. They love boxing. They have a passion for it. There's other ways for these guys to make money. They choose boxing, which is a tough road. So you have to really love it, which they do. They respect the sport. They never disrespect it by training as hard as they can, absorbing as much as they can, learning it, fighting as hard as they can and as well as they can, and then moving on to the next. And by the way, doing a great job promoting the sport and having people put their eyeballs on it. I don't know. I'm not mad at the Paul brothers for that. I'm not going to be mad at Floyd for making $50 to $100 million for an exhibition. Now, that's what it was, an exhibition. It was an exhibition. Floyd was exhibiting his boxing skills against a novice boxer who's much bigger than him.
The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170. Turn on the radio when you're stuck at work, and you'll never miss a pitch. From the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
You were listening to Don't Hassle So Local here on ESPN 1170 AM. So if that's a little Motley Crue for you.
It was loud.
Kickstart My Heart.
It was pretty loud.
You have a walk-up song. What's your walk-up song?
Good Day.
Good Day.
Yeah.
It is a good day. Yeah, I like that.
Sure.
From the Roots. But I like the other one that's also
You want to do a remix?
I want to do a remix with the Ice Cube. Today Was a Good Day, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't like that?
No.
Why?
Because it's sounded weird.
What?
Yeah.
I'll probably pull it up in a heartbeat.
Do you really have it?
Yeah, I think I have it, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, we'll get kicked off.
You don't have it.
I do have it. What do you? Why would you think I don't have it?
Because you told me you couldn't find it.
What do you mean?
You couldn't find it. You were like, I can't find it.
No, I had the remix. No, I played it for you. I'm just saying I the other thing was I was talking about Ice-T, right?
Yeah.
Not Ice-T, Ice Cube.
Did someone really name themselves Ice Cube? That's terrible.
What?
Ice Cube.
That's his rap name.
Ice Cube.
I don't know why. I guess I never thought it was funny until you just said that. Yeah, they named themselves. There is a rapper named Ice Cube. Ice-T also. I guess I never really thought about
Dill
it.
Pickle.
No, they're not Dill Pickle.
Yeah, it's like the same thing if someone naming themselves Dill Pickle. Hi, I'm Ice-T. Hi, I'm Dill Pickle.
Well, maybe that's your rap name.
Yeah. Pickles are disgusting.
Don't say that.
They taste like toxic.
They taste like what?
Toxic. Like, it's like spicy and like sour.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't. I'm done.
Told you.
What?
No, I have it. I can pull it up.
I do. I can pull it up on my phone if I want to.
They're not going to.
It's It's a good song, and you've listened to it before. You've heard it. Today I didn't even have to use my AK. Hey, I got to say it was a good day, right?
Was that what? Sure, yeah.
Like I didn't have to use his gun in South Central LA. Today was a good day. Like what do you listen to, by the way?
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. The guy's talking about a day was a good day. He didn't have to use his AK in South Central LA. Today was a good day.
Oh.
He didn't have to shoot anybody. He didn't have to.
Fine.
You just don't know what it's like.
No.
You live a protected life. You don't know what it's like living on the south side of Middle Road in Bettendorf. It's tough. I'm hard. I'm from the hood. I'm telling you. You've been protected. Anyway, we're in the studio here at Don't Hassle for Local, ESPN 1170. My co-host today is my 11-year-old daughter, Sophia. Sophia, we did want to talk about some things, but first, we do have to mention not only did the Cubs win, and they won 4-0 and in a combined no-hitter, but we have to talk about other scores that happened around Major League Baseball. The Yankees beat the Royals 8-1. The Athletics beat the Rangers on the road 5-1. Toronto Blue Jays shut out the Orioles 9-0. The Cincinnati Reds 5-3 over the Atlanta Braves. Astros beat up on the Tigers 12-3. Nationals went on the road and beat the Miami Marlins 7-3. Tampa Bay Rays 1-0 over the Boston Red Sox. And the Indians cheated and beat the Minnesota Twins. Pirates 8-2 over the Cardinals.
Did you say they cheated?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I didn't watch everything that happened, but
Did you get upset?
if they lose, did I get upset? Yeah, I get upset every single time this happens, so I'm just pretty sure that's what happened. So I'm going to give you, right now, here are the standings going on in the American League. The East, the Tampa Bay Rays lead the Boston Red Sox by half a game. They're 4 games ahead of the Yankees. The Chicago White Sox still hold a 2-game lead over the Cleveland Indians. They have a 44-30 record. The Indians 41-31. Houston Astros are the leaders in the AL West. Oakland is only 2 games back. In the National League, the New York Mets have a 3.5-game lead over the Nationals and 5-game lead over the Phillies. The Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers remain at the top of the Central at a 42-33 record combined. The San Francisco Giants, 48-26 on the year, have a 4.5-game lead over the Dodgers. Good job to those Giants. Today's games. Sophie.
Yeah?
I'm going to put you on the spot. You don't like this, do you?
What is it?
Just tell me.
Sure. Okay, let's go.
Colorado's at Milwaukee. Colorado's got a 31-44 record. Milwaukee's got a 42-33. John Gray's on the mound for the Rockies. Corbin Burns is on the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers. Who's going to win?
The second one.
The second one? Do you think these people suit up day in and day out to have some 11-year-old come on an ESPN radio show to go, the second one?
The second one.
So the Brewers are going to win?
Sure. I don't know any of these people. I don't know, like, these teams.
No, you haven't shook their hands, but you are on a sports talk radio show. Maybe someday you will. The Philadelphia Phillies, New York Mets. It's just going to be a 3:10 first pitch. The Phillies, New York.
Yeah. Just don't even tell me their stats. I just want to.
I'm not going to tell you their stats because I think that's what happened. All right, Baltimore Orioles and Toronto Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. I've never heard of these teams.
What?
What's the Blue Jays?
They're the Toronto Blue Jays. They're a Major League Baseball team.
Isn't Toronto in Florida?
No, it's in Canada, and I was a geography teacher, and what is going on with us right now? What am I doing wrong raising you? Okay. The Yankees and the Red Sox.
No.
I'm so much with you, it's insane. You just don't want either one of them to win? You got to pick one.
No.
Fine. Braves and the Reds. Atlanta Braves, Cincinnati Reds. Atlanta's in Georgia, Cincinnati's in Ohio.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Why?
Because what's the other place? Ohio?
Cincinnati, yeah.
Ohio seems boring.
It's so boring. Gosh, man, I can't believe this. Whoever's like, if there are, by the way, the 4 people listening on the radio right now that may know me, they're like, that is 100% his daughter. Yes, Ohio is boring. Congratulations, Ohio. All right. Detroit Tigers and the Houston Astros.
Astros.
Why?
Because their name sounds cooler than the other one.
All right, that's a good pick. Should we gamble on this?
No.
No?
No.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll gamble on it.
No.
Just stop.
Okay.
Washington Nationals, Miami Marlins.
Miami. Because I'd rather go to Miami than Washington.
You would rather go to Miami than Washington, D.C.?
D.C.?
Yes. See, that's where the thing is. It's called Washington, although you think of the state Washington, which is in the Northwest, but it's Washington, D.C.
D.C.
All right. Good answer, by the way.
Thanks.
Because I would rather that you would rather go to Washington, D.C.
Well, I thought you were talking about Washington.
I understand that. No one wants to go to Washington. All right. The Angels of Los Angeles, Anaheim.
Yeah.
What?
Angels.
Or the Tampa Bay Rays.
What's the Rays?
And they're in Tampa Bay, and it's like it's a stingray, a fish.
I don't know. That's your pick.
No, it's your pick. I'm asking you.
Wait, what are they again?
The Los Angeles Angels or the Tampa Bay Rays?
Tampa Bay.
Okay. Kansas City Royals, Texas Rangers.
Ugh, Texas. Disgusting.
Why?
Huh? No,
Why?
Not Texas.
Not Texas?
No. The other one.
You want Kansas City?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Texas is gross.
Okay. I think that's why you never really like Friday Night Lights, the show. You're not big on Texas. All right, now.
And the pilot was boring.
Yeah, it's a good show, but the pilot was not the best. All right.
See, like, the OC's different. The pilot was good, but the show was like, bleh.
True. Seattle Mariners, Chicago White Sox.
Huh? Do it again.
The Seattle Mariners, Chicago White Sox.
Chicago White Sox.
Why?
Because never heard of the other one.
Okay. It's probably a good pick, though. Chicago's boring. Well, we're just gonna pass this one. I'm just gonna give you a check on that one.
Okay.
We got a guy who's starting his first time for the Minnesota Twins here. Danny Colombe is gonna be on the bump against the Indians. It's gonna be 7-10 start. We're just gonna pick the Twins, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Pittsburgh Pirates, St. Louis Cardinals.
Cardinals?
Okay.
No. Pirates.
Why Pirates?
Because we were talking about them the other day. Because they're yellow and black.
You like the yellow and black?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it the best combined color? Yeah. Oakland Athletics, San Francisco Giants. Oakland Athletics, Oakland A's,
Oakland Athletics,
Oakland A's, San Francisco Giants.
Athletics.
Why?
Because the other, what is it?
San Francisco Giants.
San Francisco? I don't know what to say. It just seems weird.
Yeah, well, you nailed it. Okay. Chicago Cubs are going to play the Dodgers again.
Chicago Cubs. I don't think I like the Dodgers.
Friend of the show, Mick Kurtz likes the Dodgers, but that's about it. And then the Arizona Diamondbacks, San Diego Padres.
I like the Diamondbacks name.
You do like that name?
Diamondback? It's like cool. What colors are they? Blue?
No, they're like a purple and blue, but it's more of a teal with a little gray. Yeah. What do you think is the best, when you're saying that before, as we keep talking, what do you think is the best color scheme for uniforms?
I always like the red, white, and blue stuff.
It really is the most traditional and the best.
Yeah. But like, I don't really think I have a favorite. I don't like just red. I think there's just too many like softball teams I see a lot.
Okay.
They're just red. It's
right.
honestly kind of boring. Sometimes like the more fun colors. So
Gotcha.
I don't really know, but red, white, and blue is definitely probably the best.
It is the most common.
Yeah,
and you can do so many different because you can always take and I think we were talking about this on Sunday when we were out at the the ballpark at Jacobs, and Dave Martin asked like, what's the best? And I'm like, it's red, white, and blue, because you can always do that powder blue, which I love, powder blue all the way through. And I didn't mean to just rhyme like that. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it, but did that just blow your mind?
Yeah, that was really cool.
No, I'm not the first person to ever say that, Sophia.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I want you to think like I'm the coolest person on the planet, but yeah, I'm not. I'm a poet, and Anyway, so yeah, I do think red, white, and blue is the best scheme out there, and I don't know what others like. So when we started playing softball, like when we created the Quad City Titans, the softball team, we took navy blue and orange. It was different, but we took it from Cal State Fullerton Titans, and we only because I saw them play at College World Series, and Mark Kotze was him and Nomar were my favorite college baseball players, and I think Kotze is a base coach now for the A's, but we kind of brought that in, and then orange turned into like a big thing. All of a sudden, navy blue and orange was like a huge for a while.
Sometimes
You could
I
see
see that.
You see the sluggers, you've seen the Midwest sluggers and whatnot, but it was also something that orange got more incorporated into other uniforms. But I am a sucker for the powder blue, the baby blue. So when the Chargers
wear
do
blue shorts a lot.
yeah. Well, I don't know if I wear them a lot. There's not a color I don't look good in, so I just wear, what I look good in at that day, at the moment. So it is the day. So, but no, it's a lot of fun. All right, I want to talk to you about. I sent you some links, and now before we go to a break or anything like that, Becky Hammon is scheduled to be. Well, not scheduled, but it's
a rumor.
Rumor that the Portland Trailblazers are going to hire her as the first NBA coach, as an NBA coach, and she would be the first female, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I think it's weird.
Okay.
Because I've never seen it before, but I think it's cool also. Because how old is she?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think age really matters, but
I think it does.
Why?
More experience.
She has years as an assistant coach for the
Well,
the
that
Spurs.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So I get
They're not
it would be
hiring
cool,
someone that
but
they don't know.
Also, listen to this.
Okay, I will.
You think like these weird old men are going to like listen to her all the time?
Did you just say weird old men?
No, like in the stands and stuff. Like
Okay.
saying that they don't know what she's talking about or stuff.
It's
Don't you
very
think that's
true.
gonna happen?
Yeah.
Like a lot.
100%. And that's it. But the thing is, like,
Or people are going to start like not liking the team, and people are going to start liking the team.
yep. There's going to be people that like the team because of the hire. There's going to be people that don't, and that's a bad thing. And we've talked about this, like as you are growing up, we talk about such things as racism, sexism, ageism, whatever else, and it's true. And people will sit there and say that a woman has no business coaching a bunch of men in the NBA, but she has the background, and she's been an assistant coach for years and a great franchise in the San Antonio Spurs. I do think we're in a better place, Sophia, in society, in America, that we are going to be accepting the majority to be like, she is the first female head coach. If this happens, awesome. There will be a minority, a small group of people that will say like she has no business doing it, and they will vocally make their opinions known on such things as social media to be like, look at this. The Spurs are 2, and when I say 2-12, 2 wins, 12 losses. Told you, this is why you don't do it, and it's going to happen that way. You know what I'm saying?
But what if they like become amazing?
And what if they do?
That'd be so cool.
It would be great. They were the 6th seed in the Western Conference Finals. They lost in the playoffs. But yes, it would be great. It is a great story. And I do think, and I'm happy for where you are growing up right now in this world, that the majority of people will go, that's awesome. Now, I think if I was your age, so I'll go back to 1987, I think there would be majority of people, like you said, weird old men that would be saying things like, oh, there's no reason to hire a woman, and they'd be dumb for saying it, but we just kind of accepted it. And now where you're at, and you're living in the world you're living in now, which is awesome, is that we're championing it. We're saying this should be happening, and we want it to happen so much that a woman can coach, that the next woman coach, that we kind of forget about it, that we just don't make it a big deal that a woman is now a coach. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's kind of the same thing with like having an African-American head coach or whatever else. We need to progress as a society that it's like okay to be like, yeah, that's awesome. So,
See, but I feel like it shouldn't matter about race at all.
Nope.
Like,
neither should gender.
Never been exactly, but it's different. I feel like because it's still a man if he's a different race. Like, but now it's a woman, so it's completely different. Like, it shouldn't matter at all. Like, first African American to do this. I mean, it's a big deal.
Of course.
But I feel like it shouldn't have started. I think it shouldn't have started about it's such a big deal for this and celebrating it more than like, oh, this is normal.
Yeah. It's a bigger deal in the 1960s.
Yeah.
When we're coming out when we're done with the Jim Crow and we're going through everything else. In 2021, we don't want it to be a big deal. We want to applaud the person because they got hired because of their resume, because of what their past actions are. And like you said, you asked right away. You said about Becky Hammon, you asked, how is her background, like her coaching? And I said, she's been an assistant for years for the Spurs. And you said, well, then, yes, she should be hired. That you should be on the hiring board. It should be that. What do they have? It doesn't matter. You should look at it and go, oh, they are a part of this great franchise, the Spurs? Oh, yeah, then it's a no-brainer. Hire that person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you said it right away, like, oh, she's got a background, she can coach? Oh, hire her. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm hoping we get to that point. And I think we are a little bit, but I know there's still going to be a little bit of backlash from dumbos out there in the world. They'd be like, oh, how dare they do this and that.
How did the rumor start?
The rumor?
Yeah.
I don't think this is her first time she's ever interviewed for a head job. But
so she got interviewed and then people started speaking out about it?
Yes, but...
So that doesn't mean she's going to be hired.
No. But you have to understand something else. And this is the bad things about social media or the internet or whatnot. Rumors start because they want people to click on the website. And once you do that, then you can sell advertising on there. Be like, look how many views we have. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So, like, I can write something.
Golden retrievers are aliens.
I could write golden retrievers are aliens, and someone's gonna click on it, and be like, whatever. So these rumors, sometimes they don't really have too much fact behind them, but she really is a good coach, and she should be interviewed for any spot that's open. So, but yes, it is a big deal because that's what they'll say, and there's a possibility the first ever head coach, and people will write things ahead of time just to be the first one out there to get the most clicks. It sucks. It is, but that's just the way it is. It's the way the world works right now. The sports world, and more importantly, like anything else in this world, it's all about clicks and downloads. And you just went through a tough 15 months of COVID. And your news was filled with COVID, and you would, if you woke up and you watched KWQC or WHBF or WQAD, their thing was always like, "This is what's happening in COVID."
It's always different too.
It is
to a different channel.
Exactly, but that's what people watched, and that's what they did. So, and it sucks, that type of thing, because you have to. Then when you get older, you start questioning, like, is this really worth my time, and am I being educated from the news? But like I said, with Becky Hammon, it's a big deal. She definitely should be a finalist for any NBA job. Now, I want to talk to you before we go to break about the Women's College World Series. Mm-hmm. All right, coach of the Oklahoma, Stephen A. Smith, and she now is voicing, and she does say, I don't normally do this, just want to do my job, but the conditions were not the best in Oklahoma City, meaning we don't have batting cages, we don't have locker rooms, we can't shower, do whatever else. And what she's doing is she's comparing it to what men's baseball has.
Because it's the fastest growing sport right now.
That's
right?
Yes. So I'm asking you, I'm assuming you agree with her that it's not right that Oklahoma City, that hosts the Women's College World Series, like, they don't have the facilities that same. And go back, not even that. Let's look at the women's basketball tournament, March Madness versus the men's. There was a video that went viral of someone posting a video, and they're like, look at our weight room, and it was like nothing. Like, this is what we have to deal with. And men, by the way, they've got all the things they want to at every place.
But I don't think it's like Well, it's about the gender, but more people watch the guys than the girls. I mean, it's not like they're doing it just because of the gender. Men's sports are more popular than girls' sports. So they're getting more money than they are. They have better things than they do. So why is it like I don't understand why it's such a big deal if it's they're getting more money than they do. And I mean the Women's College World Series it's the most growing sport right now.
It's the fastest revenue for the NCAA in the past 20 years, yeah.
So they're getting more money than.
And yeah, and you are dead on. I applaud you for your opinion, and I think you're right. And these are things we need to recognize and get there. You know, it is a thing of. Once we get the eyeballs on there, and we know that the ratings are up, people are watching, then you can do the revenue, and then you in turn can force Oklahoma City to be like, you need to change everything, meaning you need to add more seats, and you need to change things for the players. Again, you are very, very smart. I will give you credit for this because what you're saying is right. Rosenblatt Stadium in Omaha was a dump. And it turned into the NCAA, ESPN, everybody else saying, like, we're moving, we're going somewhere else if you don't change what is happening here. They added more seats in Rosenblatt, more than they ever filled in for their AAA team when they're the Omaha Royals that played there. They had to. They just added seats, and then they changed its facilities, so eventually they built one. And they're going to do the same. Too much money is coming in. People want to advertise. This is a great event. Make it better for everybody. And your point is correct. Yes, they are growing. Yes, the Women's College World Series is getting more eyeballs and the revenue should be up or whatever else. But it does take time. You can't do it overnight. And just making one interview on a Tuesday isn't going to change things on a Wednesday. Mm-hmm. It's a matter of just let the process happen. It's kind of like, and we talked about earlier, it's kind of like women's wrestling.
Okay.
So we have a huge, huge push here in the state of Iowa. State of Iowa is known for wrestling. Mm-hmm. And now we have women's wrestling. It's really good. And the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union has not made a girls wrestling tournament yet. We have the Iowa Wrestling Coaches and Officials Association tournament, but we haven't had that. And it's going to happen. And I know there's plenty of people that are very, very vocal, and they're like, hey, we need to do this. It needs to happen now. And I have talked to these people and said, like, it's going to happen. Just relax. Like, don't be negative and be like, you're wrong for not doing it right now. Just keep supporting it in a positive way. A positive way, right? And I think the same thing with such things as the women's basketball tournament or the Women's College World Series. Just as long as we keep positive support and we're watching it and we're doing things, it will create more revenue, and it forces the NCAA to tell the sites, it doesn't matter if it's Indianapolis, doesn't matter if it's Phoenix, Arizona, doesn't matter if it's Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, they'll force them to be like, hey, we're growing. You need to grow with us. Change your arena, change your ball field. And so you are correct, though. I want to let you know that they're not bringing in the money. But right now, the Women's College World Series, bringing in the money. Mm-hmm. It's one of the very, very, very few women's college sports that brings in money.
Yeah, so then their stadium will get bigger. They'll have more stuff. But before this, they didn't. It was because not a lot of people watched it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So she's making a big deal because they haven't had the same things, because not a lot of people have been watching it. Like, it's not their fault.
No, it's not the NCAA's fault. It's not ESPN's fault. It's not Oklahoma City.
What is she trying to get?
She's just trying to say that it's not like equal. And what we're trying to do,
right.
She's right. It's not equal. But you're right. The money isn't equal. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get it. But Title IX happened, and it's something that's going on, and it's it's always a weird topic for me because I'll be the first to argue sometimes against Title IX. And Title IX is a thing that there has to be an equal amount of scholarships for women athletes in college that it is for men's, all right? Which in turn, it killed some wrestling programs. So women's lacrosse, which, by the way, yes, there is women's lacrosse. You don't know it. You don't know who won the NCAA championship, but a college has to make a field, or field hockey, a college has to make one to make up an amount of scholarships, and meanwhile they have to cut programs like wrestling. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't make me a Neanderthal or a sexist. What it just makes me is a realist in turn. But I will also be the first to, I'll tell you, I'll champion most women's sports. And I'm right behind them. And I think they're great athletes. I just don't want to see anything cut. That's all. And you are dead on, though. You're spot on about what you're talking about when they don't bring in the money. But they will. And you already said, you're like, you said it. They're one of the fastest growing revenue sports. And
exactly.
You said,
so they just need patience.
It'll be there.
But it wasn't before this.
Not at all. No.
So she can wait.
She'll be able to wait, yeah. She'll be able to wait. All right,
I bet next year it will be fine. So.
I hope by next year, but who knows? All right, we got to take a break here. Don't Hassle Local, ESPN 1170 AM. We'll be right back. Sophia Rose is in studio with me. Thanks for listening, Quad Cities. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hey, this is Dorf with Dancing with the QC Stars. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
All right, we have goat yoga lattes coming up in the yoga room. Hey, Regan, can you go
At Finley's Fitness, personal trainers shouldn't have to personally do everything.
Engage that core. That class started 2 minutes ago. I am late. Hey, Dylan, can you...
Indeed can help them hire the people they need.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, this is Eric at Dedicated Transportation Systems, DTS, Davenport, Iowa. We have 20 new trucks to fill, so the next 10 Class A CDL drivers we hire will get a $2,000 sign-on bonus. We're hiring for home every day and regional home weekends. New business means lots of great miles for you. Want to be home daily? You heard me. Home every day. Visit DTSisbest.com. Let's go.
Men who make life-changing choices today can be more active and live longer. Come on, guys. Admit you're not the man you used to be. And stop living with the symptoms of low testosterone, no energy, brain fog, muscle loss, weight gain, low libido. Limitless Male can fix that. You can get rid of these symptoms with testosterone replacement. Start living your best life today. Schedule your complimentary consult at limitlessmale.com. Insurance accepted.
Time for Purgatory's Pub's world-famous street party. They're shutting down traffic to celebrate their 17th anniversary. Saturday, June 26th, Purgatory's Pub has hot bartenders, hot food, and hot live music. Rolling Thunder, the premier AC/DC band, kicks off the night at 6, followed by Just Cuz and Bad Hair finishing the night. $5 cover starts at 5 o'clock. The greatest outdoor party of the year. Saturday, June 26th at Purgatory's Pub, 2104 State Street, Bettendorf. Free parking at the Waterfront Convention Center.
Unfiltered. Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Zubin Mahente.
Does Aaron Rodgers get moved before the season starts?
The two teams in the AFC for me would be the Raiders. And I know they got Carr, but you send Carr back to Green Bay. I know John Gruden he's probably sitting there just trying to figure out how to get that done because he's never satisfied the quarterback spot. And
never.
Think about it. He tried to get Brett Favre when Brett was 60. So, I mean.
But if you think about it, though, as far as location goes for Aaron Rodgers.
He was Vegas.
Vegas would be, Vegas would be optimal. Obviously, Bay Area, where like that would have really been.
That's why he was
better
really
for
pushing.
Yeah.
He was really pushing for that San Francisco opportunity because they had a winning team. And the Raiders, maybe he is a guy who can kick them over the top. But those are the two teams in the AFC that make sense.
Keyshawn, Jay Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
River Valley Turf is your Quad Cities John Deere dealer specializing in lawn and garden, commercial equipment, John Deere utility vehicles, and compact tractors. River Valley Turf has a huge inventory of both new and used power equipment to get the job done right the first time. Deer season is going on now, so come shop the selection and save. Buy now before they're gone. Unlike the box stores, we let you drive it before you buy it. Stop in and see what River Valley Turf has to offer today. Located in both Davenport, Iowa and Silvis, Illinois, or visit rivervalleyturf.com.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
What I am about to tell you is my opinion. It is not a statement of fact. I believe that the 49ers changed their minds on the decision between Mac Jones and Trey Lance somewhere deep into the process. I don't think this was all one big smokescreen. I don't think they got any benefit from doing it. I think they legitimately changed their minds. And as a consequence, they take Trey Lance instead of Mac Jones. I don't know this for certain, but if I had to bet money that mattered to me, I would bet that if Trey Lance had been available at 4, the Falcons would have taken him. That's what I think. I don't know it, but that's what I think. And that would have changed everything. Obviously, the draft falls the way the draft falls because quarterbacks went 1, 2, and 3, but not 4. I think Lance, when all was said and done, was the guy everybody wanted.
Greeny, weekdays 9 till 11 on ESPN 1170.
AJ here, get your t-shirts here, sweatshirts or polos here, GT Sports here, new owners, new items.
I'm AJ at GT Sports, the best damn apparel shop in the Quad Cities with custom apparel, backpacks, uniforms, drinkware, hats, and much more. We are the embroidery and screen printing champions you can count on. GT Sports has it and is ready to serve you. Just down from Helium and Eldridge or find us online at GT Sportswear.
GT Sports here, get your t-shirts here, sweatshirts or polos here, GT Sports here.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBLB Davenport, a Town Square media station.
We are back on the air here at ESPN 1170 AM. Don't House us, we're local. In studio with me is the smarter Foster out of the two of us, Sophia Rose. Sophia, say hi to everybody.
Hello.
We've been talking sports from anything from the possibility of Becky Hammond being an NBA coach to the Women's College World Series and differences between gender and all kinds of things above that. But let me ask you something now. You keep bothering me. I know we take a break, and I know it's like 4 to 5 minutes, but you keep saying, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
I say, don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
Don't worry about it. Like,
Okay,
just the conversation that we have, and this is how the show works. Like, I have an idea, and you keep saying, like, you have no faith in me. You're like, why are you asking? Like, anyway, let me paint a picture for you.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. Do I need to close my eyes? Or like...
I don't know. Do you?
Okay, go.
So there's a football player. He's a quarterback. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Signs a contract. You know what a contract is?
Yeah.
What is it?
You sign the thing.
And it says, I'm going to play here
promise.
for 5 years. I'm going to get paid this much. Okay?
Yes.
You got that. Signs a contract.
Mhm.
In the meantime, the organization, the professional football organization, has not really given you, has not drafted.
Am I the quarterback?
Yes. How about you be the quarterback, okay? You're the quarterback. You signed a contract. You signed a contract.
Yes.
In turn.
Did I read it?
Yes, you read the contract,
Okay.
or else you wouldn't have signed it. You signed it.
Okay.
In turn, that organization has made some questionable moves as far as like who they are drafting or signing as free agents in other contracts around you to give you the type of personnel to make you better offensively, meaning like a wide receiver or a tight end or a running back to help you get the ball in the end zone.
So
You
they're
with me?
getting like better people to help you.
Yeah, they've made some questionable moves. Like it's
Questionable,
not
like not good.
not good.
Mm-mm. And I'm here like this is not good.
Yeah, and you're like not good.
How is it not good if they're getting better people?
They're not getting better people
they're getting
around
bad
you.
people to make you look better.
No. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying.
not.
Just stop interrupting me and then we'll talk about it, all right? We'll figure it out. You're a quarterback. You sign a contract.
Yes.
You're a good quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you are. But you want good people around you. You want a good receiver. You already have one, but you'd like 2 or 3 more, right? You want a good running back. You have a decent one, but you also want a good offensive line that's going to protect you so you don't get hit by the defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the front office, the people, the general manager, whatever else, have made some questionable moves and really haven't made you better, haven't made you feel like the people around me on offense are here to protect me and make me better.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you do?
That.
What do you do?
Well, I can't really like sign off because I've already said it. I'm playing here for 5 years.
That's right. So what are you going to do?
Protest.
How do you protest?
Get me better people.
Okay, but how would you protest?
Well, aren't people with him? Or me? Aren't people with me?
What do you mean?
Aren't they like, oh, yeah, she needs better people. So.
Yeah, I would say that, but it would be more like the public, like people like fans like me or
Why are they doing this?
Why are they doing this? Yeah.
Well, why are they getting decent people when they could get good people?
You like that word decent, don't you?
Word.
Yeah. They're getting decent NFL players. Yeah. Not the best.
Well, then they're not making their team better. That's their fault.
So what do? You sign a contract.
I don't know. I signed the contract. I can't go back
I'm
on the
explaining
contract.
everything that's going on right now, and the biggest news ever that it's not ever. The biggest news going on, it's Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Oh.
I know you may not care for the Packers, but that's exactly what's going on. And what you just said, exactly.
Oh, so they're trying to make Aaron Rodgers bad now?
No, they're not trying to make him bad.
Isn't
you can't
there
make
like
Aaron Rodgers bad.
Thing where he's like gonna like not play with them anymore?
I just asked you if you're in that situation without telling you. So we're on commercial break.
Oh.
You're like, what are we talking about? I'm like, don't worry about it. We're going to talk about something.
Is his 5 years up yet?
Nope. But you just said he's
When
going
are
to
they?
protest. I think he's got 2 years left or whatever. He has a year left. And then he can retire.
So is he gonna retire?
He could. Then he
He's
can turn around.
rich.
Huh?
He's rich.
He has to give up $23 million. If he retires, give it back to the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, no. Don't do that.
$23 million is a lot of money.
A lot of money.
But he's already got like $23 million in the bank already. So what do? I asked you the hypothetical situation before I told you what the situation was.
He has 1 year left. Keep playing with them.
Just go in complete FU mode?
Yes.
Do you know what that means when I say FU?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's I think it's a thing of is he should just go complete into, but he's not showing. I don't think he's showing up.
Think he's retiring? Think he's giving away that $23 million?
Possibly.
Why are they getting bad people? Decent people.
Decent.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense.
They're making their team worse by doing this.
They are. See?
It's dumb.
It is dumb. Yeah, you are very.
Fire the people that are hiring bad people. Boom.
See? You get it. Billy Idol gets it. You know? You get it.
Is it like the runner of the Packers? Or is he like dead?
The GM or the president?
Yeah.
No, it's the GM president type of thing.
He's hiring the people?
Yeah. They're making the draft picks, yeah.
Ugh. I could be it. I'll be it. I'll be the GM thing.
I wish you would be.
Yeah.
Because it's funny because it's not funny. I like having this conversation with you because it is something that is all over across sports talk media. But to paint that picture with you and you just say like, well, they've consistently got bad people in there. Why are they making bad people? And I think you get it, and that's why I think sometimes just talking with you is a breath of fresh air, because as you get older, you have opinions, and they're kind of molded around like the way the Packers used to be, and when they had Brett Favre, or when they drafted him, or what the Bears have done, or Vikings, or what the Cubs have done. You have these opinions that are molded around what happened, but this is still relatively new to you.
Are they going to lose to the Bears now? Maybe the Bears are like going to like kill them now. Because isn't there like this thing where it's like 100 and something wins against the Bears and like 100 and nothing wins from the Packers? What if the Bears win from the Packers and now the Bears are just better than the Packers? Because right now it's like this.
Yeah.
This is the Bears and this is
what
the
if?
Bears. And then now it's going to be like this. This is the Bears and this is the Packers.
Right now the Packers are better than the Bears.
Well, yeah, but now they're hiring decent people.
They're just hiring
So what's
decent
happening
people.
now?
Yeah. Ava's father, Chris, says on the Harrington's Pub, Facebook comment thread, Mark Murphy is a toxic problem. So he's the
he is.
he is the
He's the problem.
Yeah, of the
Fire
Packers.
him.
There you go. Yeah, fire
If
him.
you can't fire him.
Fire him. But the thing is, when it's funny because you said, "What are we going to talk about?" And I'm giving you a hypothetical situation. And you're like, "Well, if they're not hiring, they're not giving us people, then I'm just gonna, I'm gonna sit out or retire or do whatever else." So,
But he wants that. He wants that $46,000.
$23 million.
Yeah, 20. He wants all of that money, right?
I don't know. Hold on
What's
a second.
happening?
We're gonna have a phone call.
Oh, yes.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Can you say, when I hit this, say, "You're on the air, don't hassle us for local." Are you ready?
No.
2, 3, go.
You're on the air. Don't hassle us. You're local. Hi.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Adam.
Hey, what's going on, Adam?
Not much. Great show today. I'm very impressed with your co-host.
Thank you.
Hold your own.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Put you in your place a couple times.
A few times, yeah. She's
all the time.
Yeah, she's a humble kid. Yeah, she's definitely mine.
That cheating scandal thing. I like that conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, calling in because I didn't know if you guys seen it or not, but the NFL's gonna allow 2 helmet changes for 2022 for the alternate uniforms.
Okay.
Pretty psyched about that.
Is it 2 or is it unlimited?
It's 2. I've seen 2. And that's all I've seen. I have not seen unlimited.
Okay, Adam, hold on here with me real quick as I explain this. So, Sophia, what this is before there was only like one throwback uniform in the NFL, meaning like you could your normal uniform that you wear, your road or away, but you could do when they call it throwback, be something from like when I was born or from the 80s. You with me? And the reason why there was only one helmet change is because it was for safety reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Now they changed it up. Adam, you're saying 2. I thought it was unlimited, but it's 2.
I've seen 2, the latest report.
Okay, and I think it's great. I don't. Again, the reason before was always because it was about safety and different helmets or whatever. But yeah, do whatever you can, and you and I both know this is a cash grab. This is a thing to be like you can sell more jerseys or more replica helmets or whatever else or game worn helmets that you can do for auction, and hopefully it goes towards like a children's hospital. But yeah, this is all a big cash grab thing. So you're psyched about it, right?
Yeah. So my question to you is you got your favorite helmet you could bring back. Which helmet is it and what team?
That's a great question. It's got nothing to do. I don't really have anything. I'm like, it's just the team or whatever else. Maybe the Tampa Bay Buccaneer with the switchblade in his mouth.
Yep.
Maybe the New England Patriots hiking the football. And maybe, but I know the Chargers have done it before. The Chargers with the bolt and the number on their helmet. I think. I can't.
Yeah. So I would have to go with you with the quarterback killer. That's what I've heard it been called, because when they were the Tampa Bay with the old logo, they went through quarterbacks like crazy. And I would have to say the Buffalo Bills old one with just the buffalo on the side of it, the red buffalo.
Oh,
That looks pretty cool.
Was it?
And then
then
the
I do
old
like that
Denver one with the D with the horse coming through it. That just screams John Elway early years,
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm definitely with you on the Bills and the Denver Broncos too. I thought about the D1 too. I don't know if there's anything else out there that I can think of. I mean, that would change anything. But yes, I think those are definitely up there. I like the idea of it, and I also like, now if we're doing it, I also like if you do alternative colors, just throw them off for 1 week. You know what I'm saying? Just throw off, do something different. If it was just like let's just say a strong navy blue and white for the Bears, and just do that. I think it opens up a lot of things, and I'm all for that they're doing it. And I'm glad the NFL in this month, because they haven't had much going on this month, to do something like that and drop that It's smart. They know what they're doing. They know why they're dropping this information just to make the NFL relevant at some point. Because, we just got done talking with Sophia here. Everyone's talking just about Aaron Rodgers and what's going on. You know.
Yep. And the other question I got for you is, what do you think? This is my personal opinion, and what I would really like to see happen is, okay, they got all these alternate uniforms for all these different sports. I would like it to be a month of just those alternate uniforms, not whenever they feel like doing it. So when you go like MLB game, like you could see an old school Chicago uniform, Cubs uniform with an old school White Sox uniform. Like you were going to see that happen, or an old Yankees one with an old Dodgers uniform or something like that. Instead of like one day you wake up to go watch the game and all of a sudden, hey, those are pretty cool uniforms. Wonder why they got those on.
Yeah, and there was a time, I think it was like 2 years ago, where do you remember when all the baseball teams were wearing like white hats, but the pitchers had to wear black because the ball hit, but they were all wearing something for some reason. It was just like, I don't know if it wasn't a month, but it was like a week or a weekend or whatever. And I'm with you because I think it brings more awareness to your sport, more eyeballs to it, that they could just have that, and your ratings are going to go up just to see something different. Now, don't get me wrong. I was not a fan of what the Cubs were wearing a couple weekends ago or last weekend, the Wrigleyville. I hated them. I really did. I thought they were god-awful ugly. But some people liked them. And I do like what you're saying is that if everyone just does it, just because it's good to see. And I think it's important, and we talked about it yesterday on the show about how I like the expanded playoffs, and I love the Padres uniform. But it would be, I don't want to see them go back to the 90s when they're orange, white, and navy blue. But it's still cool to have that type of highlight. You're right. Just have a week or a month where they're just wearing something and is bringing attention to the game or to a franchise. And it doesn't matter if it's football or anything like that.
Yeah, and it's bringing history to people like maybe Sophia that didn't know, hey, did you know the White Sox looked like this at one point in time? You know, it's a good history lesson, kind of. But the other question I got for you while I got you on the phone is, you haven't heard anything about Deshaun Watson. What do you think's going on in that camp over there? Is he going to play this year?
He's going to play. The thing is, he has to play. They need him to play. The litigation can't start till 2022, so he's going to play. It's not going to be good. It's going to be something that's going to be not covered very highly by ESPN, by the NFL Network, by anybody else, because the NFL is just a cash bomb. You're not going to see as many highlights. Deshaun Watson could break records coming up in the fall, and you're not going to hear anything about it. No one wants to touch it. No one wants to talk about it. And it's just a thing that they're going to have to deal with. And the commissioner has not put him on any list at all that he's not allowed to play. It's going to be a thing. They're just going to try to hope that everybody just says, yeah, we know about it, but we're not going to report on it. And they're not going to, Adam. It's just not going to happen. They're not going to bring a negative thing into the NFL when you can talk about his fantasy points or how many. Do you know what I'm saying? Or anybody's fantasy points. It doesn't matter. Anyone putting up any numbers, they're going to talk more about fantasy football, records, who rushed for this, do whatever else. Deshaun Watson could throw for 312-plus yards per game every time, and they're not going to talk about it. They're not going to bring him up at all because they just don't. It's a touchy subject.
I haven't looked at it, but do they even have a primetime game this year?
I don't know. That's a great question. I would tell you right now the over-under is at 1.5.5, just off the top of my head, and I think it's probably at 1. Because on top of it, they're a terrible organization, and they're a terrible franchise. So
right. Yeah. No, totally agree. Hey, I got to get going, but I want to tell you guys are having a great show today.
Yep. Thank you.
Guys, have a good weekend. We'll talk to you later.
Absolutely, my friend. Take care. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Yep. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
That was your first phone call, too.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Adam's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said you did a good job.
I know.
What do you mean you know?
I am.
You're doing decent. Nah, I'm kidding. You're doing well. I really only thought, listen to me. I really thought we were only going to do an hour, and we've done 2 hours Broadway. So,
Wow,
which is
impressive.
Yeah. It is. It is impressive that you've been able to do this. Go this long.
Yeah, I like talking.
Do you?
Yeah.
And you're kind of you are questioning me. You're like, what are we talking about next, or whatever else? But do I make it okay to talk about things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't understand stuff.
What do you mean? Like you didn't understand what we were talking about in the phone call?
No.
Nah, there's no way you understood any of that. I would hope you would not know anything about Deshaun Watson right now.
Is he good?
He's a good quarterback.
Is he a good guy?
That's questionable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Next. Did you say next?
Yeah.
You want to go on to the next subject?
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So let me ask you when we only have a few more minutes going on here.
No. Okay, go.
What do you like sports?
Yes.
Do you like participating in them?
Yes.
What makes you like participating in sports?
Well, that they're fun.
Mhm.
They make me think. Like, well, you have to know stuff about the sport to play it. And I think that's fun. And I like
Mhm.
watching it to learn more things.
Good.
And what makes it fun to play?
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
it's
I mean, like,
well,
what?
I grew up with softball.
Yeah.
And it's fun because fun.
What are you going to do the first time you hit a home run? Are you going to do a bat flip?
Yes.
You're not doing a bat
I'm
flip.
doing a bat flip, and I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to, like, not touch first base and then run back and touch it and then run back. And I have to have bubble gum in my mouth. And then I'm going to blow a bubble when I'm running third to home. Because I saw a kid do that when he got walked, and I thought it was so cool. And he's like, what, 7?
So you thought it was so cool that he was blowing a bubble when he was going from third to home that you are projecting that you hit a home run, you purposely miss first base,
and then run back.
You run back to touch it.
Uh-huh.
Then as you're rounding thing, you have already had bubble gum in your mouth. You are going to, when you're coming third to home, you're going to blow a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
That's the craziest home run story I've ever heard.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, but it's not going to happen that way. There's no way you're going to have, like, anyway. So, am I a good coach?
Yeah.
Are you happy that I sit in the outfield, though? As of last night. Last night, you told me I was annoying last night.
Yeah. You're
Why?
Like, you kept saying stuff that I didn't want to hear.
Like what?
Oh, last time, you better be aggressive. There were 2 pitches that should have been strikes. Don't let them talk.
Well, the thing is, you can't be that you can't be that like full of yourself or whatever else.
Strikes.
It was 0-2. It was a great change. They should have called you out.
Yeah.
Period.
But it wasn't a strike.
It was very close. 0-2. What are you supposed to do?
The box, and you were
what are you supposed to do? 0-2. Protect.
Yes.
Then it was 1-2, and I think then it was 2-2, and then it was another pitch very close to strike zone. You didn't protect, right?
No.
And I would have called you out.
It wasn't a strike.
I would have rung you up in a heartbeat.
You weren't. You were at the side.
I was off to the side.
Yeah.
But anyway, you walked or whatever else. You
Yeah.
did fine. So it's better off that I'm in the outfield, not behind the backstop, right?
Yeah, but sometimes it is fun when you coach.
Mhm.
Sometimes I like talking to you after the games more than during the games.
I like talking after the games more than I like talking during the games.
Yeah.
During the games, I'm
Sometimes
more.
I get annoyed with you.
Yeah, during the games, I'm more mean.
Yeah.
After the games, it's a good car ride home.
Mm.
During the games,
Sometimes.
I'm like, yeah.
Mm.
During the games, I'm like, you need to do this right now.
Yeah. And you're always talking to other people too, so it's not like you're just talking to me.
Yeah.
I like you better not coaching.
Really?
Well, you're just nicer.
No. Yeah, no. I agree.
But, you know,
I think it's great.
I miss you coaching though.
Yeah.
Because I think you were a good third baseman coach
Mhm.
because you knew the signs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it was easier for me. And
No, that's fine. But I do I do understand what you're saying though. I think our car rides home, I think it's different now that I can focus just on you
Mhm.
instead of like 11 other girls.
Mhm.
I think it's, and don't get me wrong, and everyone out there listening, we're almost done here at ESPN 1170 AM. We've gotten better focusing on you than 11 other girls, and that there was a time where it didn't matter what sport, you were like, if you're not coaching, I'm not doing it.
Mhm.
And now you are starting to understand, like, I just want to talk ball with you. Meaning we've watched a lot of games. So this has nothing to do on me. You have evolved into a softball player and a student of sports by watching, which is a big deal. And that's out there to anybody, any young athlete out there that's doing it. Like, anyone can get in a car ride home and be told that they're an all-star, and they say like, oh, your coach doesn't know anything and you're the best player ever. But it's really breaking down like inning 1, 2, and 3 and talking about it. And you have now become a student of the game and also in volleyball. So I don't just want to do it softball, but you'll watch and you'll say, why did they do this? Or how did they do this? Or did you see this, Dad? And as I'm sitting next to you, I'm like, yeah. And it was not too long ago that we were playing a team. It was in between or whatever else. You were watching the game. I was off going to the car for something. And you came back and like, this team did this. And they came back and won. And then that. And now you need to pay attention because they can do this. And I'm like, that's great to know. Because you're scouting another team. But you're also figuring out what's going on in the game. And that has made you grow into a better softball player. It really has nothing to do with me. So I am very proud of you. I'm telling you that. I say that to you on the car rides. I say it over and over. But you have learned the game, and you have incorporated that into your type of play. Now, I've taught you some other things that might not be the best, like kicking dirt at people sometimes, and sometimes you're not subtle about it. And I'm teaching you little things of how to play the game and be the things that get the little edge here and there. Yeah.
Sometimes I yell a lot too. I think I might get it from you. Like
you yell a lot.
Yeah, sometimes it was mostly in volleyball.
Yeah.
But like I would scream a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like get your focus on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Or get your energy up.
Okay.
Which some girls wouldn't. Unless it's me, which is kind of get me.
All right. Hey, Sophia.
Happy. Yeah.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You want to do it again soon?
Yes.
I think people enjoyed you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this again soon.
Okay.
Don't ask me for links if you're not going to actually read these links and study ahead of time.
Okay.
But I do enjoy this. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's summertime, and I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't do this again.
You should tell me if I get any of those right. The guessing things.
I checked everything off. Yeah, but you mean guessing of the Major League? Can you call them Major League Baseball games and not say the guessing things? They are Major League Baseball games. But they're Major League Baseball games. Like, I need a little bit of professionalism out of you. I know you're 11, but I need a little bit of professionalism out of you. The Major League Baseball games that I predicted who was going to win, right? Not the guessing thing.
The Major League Baseball games that I predicted to
Thank
win.
you.
But
All
don't
right.
tell me the one against the Yankees in this, whatever.
We're just not paying attention to that one. All right. Thank you so much to the guys out there listening. This has been a great 2 hours. It's been a lot of fun. And Soph, I really thought we were only going to do an hour. You were awesome. Good for you for doing this long. And we will see you guys this weekend. Soph is off to state. We're going to go play ball. And what's your prediction? I think we're guaranteed probably 4 games.
Okay.
That's 8 at bats.
Yeah. Maybe.
Huh?
Maybe.
What do you think you're going to go? 3 for 8?
That seems nice.
3 for 8? Okay.
I bet that will be my prediction. But if I go over it, I'll be happy. Which I might.
3 for 8. 8 goes into that 3 times.
Last
That's
night,
306.
I had 100.
370, and then the 4. 374. You're gonna bet 370. Yeah, 3 for 8.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's good. 374 is pretty good. I bet you go 3 for. I bet you don't go 8. I bet you don't have 8 appearances. I bet you walk twice. I bet you end up 2 for 6 with 2 walks.
Okay.
Which is 300. You're gonna walk. You have a great eye. That's not a bad thing. You really do have a good eye.
You don't think I'm gonna get hit?
Or get plunked or whatever else. It's the same thing as a walk.
Probably.
Anyway. All right. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for listening to Don't Hassle So Local. We will see you guys on Monday. We'll give you a fire up about how she did. I'll tell you how she did at the weekend at State. Take care, Quad Cities. Stay safe and sanitized.
This is Ella Schmidt, the 106-pounder for Bettendorf, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
So you say you're in the market for a truck or sedan. Maybe your family needs a minivan.